Falcons fans, it's finally here. The wait is over. Week 1 of the NFL season is about to explode, and the very first battle is no small fight. It's a divisional war. Atlanta versus Tampa Bay. The Falcons versus the Buccaneers. This is not just a game. This is a chance to set the tone for the entire season. One win here, and the Falcons send a message to the whole league. We're not the same team as last year. We're coming for the crown. Sunday afternoon, all eyes turn to Atlanta. The Falcons step onto the field with a chip on their shoulder, carrying the weight of a fan base hungry for a breakthrough. And when you talk about who can deliver that win, let's break it down. On offense, the spotlight is burning bright on three playmakers. Michael Penix Jr., the rookie quarterback with ice in his veins, is ready to prove he can lead from day one. Bijan Robinson, the electric running back who can turn any touch into a highlight, will be the heartbeat of this offense. And then there's Drake London, the big-bodied wideout who refuses to back down, the man Atlanta will lean on when the game is on the line. Flip it to defense, and the names are just as big. Jesse Bates, the general in the secondary, setting the tone with leadership and hard hits. Caden Ellis, flying around at linebacker, bringing the kind of toughness this defense desperately needs. These five guys, Penix, Robinson, London, Bates, Ellis, they're the backbone, the ones who must carry this team into battle. But here's where it gets even scarier for opponents. The Falcons aren't just counting on their stars. They reloaded. They added rookies who look ready to explode: Jalen Walker, James Pierce Jr., Billy Bowman in the nickel. They dipped into free agency too, stealing Leonard Floyd and grabbing Divine Deablo from the Raiders. Suddenly, this defense feels brand new, faster, tougher, and hungrier. And fans saw it already in camp and preseason. Even without starters playing much, the defense looked different. Sharper, meaner, like a unit with an identity. After ranking 23rd in total yards allowed last year and getting shredded through the air, this group is on a mission to prove they can shut teams down. Raheem Morris knows his offense has firepower. He's letting coordinator Zach Robinson cook. But on defense? That's where the hours, the sweat, and the focus went all off-season. This Sunday, we're going to see if all that work pays off. The Falcons don't just want to win. They want to dominate. The Falcons are not going backward, not this year. After everything they added this offseason, it's almost impossible to imagine them looking worse. They've got firepower everywhere, but the real spotlight is shining on those two first-round picks. Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr. These guys aren't just rookies, they're game changers. Now, if you ask me who I'm most excited to see take the field in Week 1, on defense, it's Jalen Walker without a doubt. The kid flies around the field like he's been in the league for years. On offense, there's no question, it's the quarterback. Michael Penix Jr. This is his moment. His debut. And the whole NFL is about to find out if Atlanta finally found its franchise QB. But of course, we can't just talk about Atlanta's weapons. We have to look at Tampa Bay too. The Bucs have their own heavy hitters. Baker Mayfield, Bucky Irving, Mike Evans, Vita V, and Levante David. That's their core. That's their backbone. And while the Falcons may have stacked up more talent overall, Tampa's offense is still dangerous. Last year, they were a machine. Third in the league in total yards per game. Third in passing. Fourth in rushing. Bucky Irving was a revelation, the kind of back who can change a game with one cut, one burst, one touchdown. And when you pair him with Baker slinging the ball and Mike Evans bullying defenses, you've got a real threat. But here's where things get interesting. The Bucs lost offensive coordinator Liam Cohen to the Jaguars. That's no small thing. You lose the brain behind your playbook, the rhythm, the chemistry, and suddenly, things can look very different. Maybe Baker doesn't click with the new system. Maybe the timing with Evans feels off. Maybe the whole machine sputters. And if that happens, that's Atlanta's opening to strike first and strike hard. So the real question heading into Sunday is simple. What matters more, Atlanta's offense or their defense? Do you believe the Falcons need Michael Penix Jr. and Bijan Robinson to come out firing and put up points? Or do you believe it's the defense that has to make a statement, locking down Baker and shutting down Bucky Irving? For me, I'm leaning defense. I trust the offense. Between Penix, Robinson, Tyler Algier, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and a strong offensive line, I don't have many doubts. But if the defense rises up and sets the tone, that's how the Falcons don't just win this game, that's how they dominate it. I'll be honest with you, I've got zero doubts about this offense. The firepower is there. But the defense? That's where the Falcons absolutely have to step up. Stops, turnovers, momentum shifts. That's the difference between winning and losing. And now it's time to get real. Let's talk about the keys to victory, the 4 things Atlanta must do if they want to leave Week 1 with a win. Key number 1. Michael Penix Jr. must find his rhythm early. This is his first NFL start, and the entire stadium is going to feel that pressure. He can't ease his way in. He's got to come out firing. Quick, sharp, confident. I don't care that he barely saw action in the preseason. None of that matters now. What matters is that he looks ready on the very first drive. And the way to make that happen? Play calling. Zach Robinson has to make this easy for his rookie quarterback. Get the ball out fast. 1 step, 2 steps, throw. Simple reads. Simple throws. Let Bijan Robinson catch it in space. Let Drake London win on quick slants. Let Darnell Mooney, if he's active, grab those screens and move the chains. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't ask Penix to sit back on 7-step drops with defenders breathing down his neck. Get the ball out quick, keep Tampa's pass rush off balance, and once the defense creeps up, that's when you strike deep. That's when you let Penix drop a bomb and remind the league why Atlanta drafted him. Because here's the truth. If Penix looks sharp from the opening snap, this offense will roll. And if he doesn't, the Falcons could find themselves chasing Tampa all game. Key number 2. Ground and pound with Bijan Robinson. Key number 2. Ground and pound with Bijan Robinson. If Tampa tries to blitz Penix and blow up the passing game, then Atlanta has to do what every smart team does. Lean on their superstar. And let's not sugarcoat it. Bijan Robinson is not just good. He's elite. Top 3 in the league already. Last year, he racked up nearly 2,000 yards from scrimmage, scored 15 touchdowns, and looked every bit like an MVP candidate. This year, he could be the favorite for that award. So how do you use him? Simple. Smashmouth football. Hand him the rock over and over. Make Tampa feel his power. If the Buccaneers start stacking the box, perfect. That's when you burn them with play action and unleash the passing game. Everything flows from Bijan. He's the engine. He's the star. He's the one you trust when the game is on the line. Key number 3. Bend, but don't break on defense. Let's be real. Tampa Bay's offense is good. Too much talent, too strong up front, too many playmakers to completely shut down. They're going to move the ball. They're going to score. The Falcons don't have to pitch a shutout. They just have to stand tall when it matters most. That means adopting the bend but don't break mentality. Play smart between the 20s, mix up your blitz, disguise your looks. But once Tampa drives into the red zone, that's when you turn up the heat. Switch to man coverage. Get physical at the line. Make Baker and Bucky earn every inch. If the Bucs come away with field goals instead of touchdowns, that's a win for Atlanta's defense. But be careful. If you get too aggressive too early, Mike Evans will torch you. He's been doing it for years. This is about timing, discipline, and forcing Tampa to settle. Key number 4. Special teams can't fail. Divisional games are razor-thin battles. A single mistake can flip everything. That's why the pressure is squarely on young Hoku. Last year wasn't his best, And now the leash feels shorter with competition lurking. This is his chance to prove he's still clutch, still dependable, still Mr. Automatic when the game is in the balance. Because in a game like this, a missed kick could be the difference between victory and heartbreak. 27 minus 24. 20 minus 17. That tiny margin is everything. And it's not just coup. Bradley Pinion has to step up too. Flip the field, pin Tampa deep, win the hidden yardage battle. Special teams may not get the spotlight, but in the NFC South, they can decide the outcome. Final prediction, Falcons 27, Buccaneers 24. A nail-biter, a war in the trenches. And if Atlanta follows these keys, rhythm with Penix, power with Bijan, discipline on defense, and clutch special teams, the Birds will walk out of Week 1 with a statement win. Now it's your turn, Falcons fans. Give me your final score prediction in the comments. Will Atlanta take down Tampa? Or do the Bucs still have enough firepower to spoil the opener? Drop your thoughts below.